it goes back to everybody in the world has a great idea. Everybody does.
It's the one thing 8 billion people have in common.
And it's not if they have, it's a lot of times it's not if they have the money or not. It's if they don't have the confidence or not.
Exactly.
That it's going to be something that may succeed. Okay.
Right.
So they put it in the closet, and all of a sudden, for 5 years down the road, they tap their husband on the shoulder and go, look, okay. And I'll tell you a story about that when I was a kid. I grew up in Boston, of course, and we would ski Cannon Mountain in New Hampshire. And on Cannon Mountain, there was the only ski resort, the only ski mountain in New Hampshire and Maine and Vermont that Peabody Lift had music on it. And they played cool rock and roll music, right? And we would ski that lift all the time because of the music. Well, right. I can remember riding home one day in my friend's Volkswagen after skiing all day, riding 130 miles home in the snow. And we were 16,
right? And
talking about, you know what? Imagine if you could put something over your ears and play music and ski with it, okay? And 8 years later, boom, the Walkman comes out, okay? And it's so important to write everything down that you think about. And there is people, and you can find out if it's any good or not, because you can ask us, right? And it's not $1 million. It's $150, okay? And you find out a couple of things. Should I continue with this, okay? Or should I not? And that's the answer we're going to give you. And we're going to say we don't think it will fly. And we're not just going to look at it and laugh at it. We're going to run it by the experts in the industry that are our associates. All of them are our associates. We're going to run it by them, and they're going to say, yes, we can make this happen, or no. And I can make it happen a lot, and Rick can make it happen a lot on our own also. But we're going to know, okay? And you're going to hear from the best people, I'm telling you, in the business, that our feeling on it, and it's going to be honest. And at that point, you have to decide what you want to do, okay? But at least you get an honest answer, and you're not chasing your tail. And I wish I had somebody doing that to me years ago, because I spent hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars on things that I shouldn't have. Okay. And they were stacked up in the garage, and I couldn't get rid of them. Right. I can tell you, I still probably have stuff like that. Okay. We have it all the time, but, and I think that's what, that's what's needed. That's what we can help with. And then if there's something that we tell you, yes, this is an amazing idea. At that point, there's no part of it we can't do to help you get wherever you need to get.
And I believe that, every inventor, if they have a product and they bring it to us, I believe that, if it's not good, we'll tell them up front. I believe that they have 15 more behind them, and I don't want them to keep on submitting, different inventions. I want them to go back and say, okay, let's give Rick and Bobby my best. And the greatest thing about this, Bobby, about $1 Million Inventions, the best thing about $1 Million Inventions, we're partners now with Bobby Mann, and we have access to everybody, all the buyers at Walmart, QVC, TikTok Shop, Amazon, Instagram. We can do all that stuff and help everybody. When they come into our community, into our network, we help them. And the most wonderful thing about it is they've got a lot of different inventions behind them. They've got friends.
Yeah. And it's what people have to understand is, and you see it all the time, right? And I'm an inventor, and I went through this numerous times. Rick's an inventor. He went through this numerous times. I didn't just fall off a turnip truck and not know what's going on here. I took beating up to beating, right? And so I try not to do that anymore.
No.
But you have to. Another thing people do is they have an idea and they believe that they can just go out and raise money. Well, you can. If your idea is you have a good enough idea and you have IP with it, maybe you've gotten a patent, maybe you have a trademark, maybe you have a copyright. Copyright's the most important thing, in my opinion, more than a patent. Do you have a deck? Do you have an investment deck? Do you have any studies? Do you have any prototypes? Have you made a sample yet? Things that we do naturally, Rick, okay, all the time. No, I don't have any of that, but I want $10 million. Well, there might be somebody, if the IP and the information is powerful enough, few and far between, that gives it to you, but they're going to give it to you and they're going to own 95% of your company. Okay?
True. Yep.
So the point I'm getting to is that if you're building this product right here, it's a charger.
Yep.
Okay. Or you're building this product which is washout that just got the golden ticket in Walmart.
Yeah, I want to talk about washout, but keep going. Yep.
Okay. Or you're building this new slingshot, okay? Or any of these other products.
I love that slingshot.
This new sport patch, okay? Or this new skincare earthens, all right? Any of these products, if you're building any of these products, all right, and you're the inventor and they're yours, or you're a team of inventors, you've got a group, or you're an inventor and you've got some family and friends to give you some dough so you can get it. The more you get done, the better off. The more, for instance, when Rick and I attacked Twitching Lure, we went to China over and over and over and over and over again to make the product right. Patent, trademark, copyright, everything, all done. And then that money, I spent all that money.
Right.
We spent all that money. Okay, hundreds of thousands of dollars, but we had a finished product ready to go that was amazing, that we knew people would give us money for, and they did.
And they did. Yep.
Because we were ready to go. When you walk in the door, just remember, and whatever you might have a prototype, you might have this product, sports patch, okay?
And 3D prototypes are effective, very effective, and they're cheap. $1,500, so that you can have something in your hand.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to. The further you can bring it before you bring it to the investors, the better, is what I'm telling you. Okay?
Yep.
The further you can struggle along, and it's a struggle sometimes. It's a lot of times. Day in and day out. But then you can also, I was just talking about that earlier today with somebody, and I said, when you're younger, that struggle seems like it will never end. And when you get a little bit older, I kind of enjoy it.
Right.
It doesn't bother me. People say, everybody needs money. Every event I go to, 99% of the people in the room need money. Okay.
Yep.
And if your deal is right and you are together and you have all the correct information, and money's not hard to get. Because we raise money every single day. At any given time, we're raising considerable amounts of money for numerous different deals. Right now it's 30 million for one deal, 35 for another, 17 for another, 1.3 for another. We're doing a deal with we're doing a golf deal that will be beside all the Bass Pros called Hazards, which is a new par 3, kind of a cool deal.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And then Chess Kings is going to be the only Chess Kings will be,
and that's different, Bobby.
For the first time ever, you'll be able to bet on chess.
And that's different, Bobby, than an actual product. That's a service. So that's our friend Ivy, who is a very smart man that got to do a great gig with this, and he invented this. I want him on the show.
He invented that.
He invented it, and I want him on the show.
Out of space, he invented it.
That guy's amazing. He's been a great friend of ours. I'm very happy that you introduced me to him.
Johnny's a very powerfully strong human being. I love him dearly. And I just got a product like this sent to me the other day. This is from my friends in LA. It's a new, super healthy, ingestible. But ingestibles, I take a lot of ingestibles, I take a lot of supplements, but ingestibles to sell and to get to launch at the beginning are very difficult.
Yeah.
They want to know most of the ingestible departments in like HSN, QVC, and retail are all spoken for and run by one or two organizations, and politically, it's a very difficult deal to get in those places.
It's usually run by the manufacturers, unfortunately.
Yeah. And then they'll kick your ass,
Yeah, they have control over it.
Yeah. So, and then on this trip, I looked at a new product. It's called the beer keg, the beer back keg. It's you can put any kind of you can put any type of liquid in it, drinkable alcohol or not, iced tea, whatever you want.
If you're a wine mother,
it's the keg back. You can fill it. And then I looked at another product called the water walking. These guys that has these new shoes that you can walk on water with.
I saw that on Instagram. Are you serious? Like they really do? I thought
I've seen. I told them I've seen a couple of them like it. And then I looked at another one called Rescue Repair, and it's about. And this is what I said to him, and I don't dislike the product, but it's what it is this. It goes on guardrails, and it's like an airbag on a guardrail, right? And so what I said to him is, I said, you know what you got to do? He lives in Minnesota. I said, you know what you got to do? You got to go out and you got to do a study and go to the county clerk and go to the police department and find out where people crash into the same guardrail, reoccurring crashes. Okay.
Yeah.
And every town has them. Okay. I mean, my front yard in Bedford on Brooksby Road, I think 3 people died right in my front yard hitting trees,
Yep.
I said, and this thing, what it does is when you hit it blows up like a giant airbag,
Wow.
I said, you need to go find these places, okay, that you need to go do a study and start in your town, start in a couple towns, start in your district in Minnesota. Where are there reoccurring crashes? And then get permission to install them. And then do the test.
Right.
I said, you do that and you get somebody to start verifying them. I said, believe me, if you think about the United States and how many places there's reoccurring crashes and guardrails and people getting killed, and these will save, I said, I guarantee it's in the millions.
Yeah, has to be.
Just don't worry about selling it to cars or anything else. Just figure that out.
Yep.
He goes, wow, that's a good idea. He's a nice guy. He's an older guy. And I like him. And so I helped. And then I got another one.
Well, Bobby, sometimes it takes somebody like you or myself to look at an invention from the outside perspective, right? There might, the inventor's so focused on what it is, but we're outside of it. We can look at it from an outside perspective. They're stuck in that box and they can't see it. So right. They need our help because they might have invented something for. That's
exactly right. It's like the point I'm getting to with all of this stuff and the hundreds of products I just looked at, which I love to do this, but it's completely second nature to us. And I can look at anything in a matter of seconds and make one and send one text and know every single thing about it and how many are sold in the United States and worldwide, what's the competition, and why is this better?
Yeah.
And within minutes say yes or no.
Yeah. Features and benefits.
And most people, 99% of the people out there don't have the ability to do that.
No.
Because we do this, and we're probably, without any question, we are, if not the best, some of the best in the world. Between us and the people we're associated with, it's no question that we're the people that invented all this stuff.
We're the playmakers behind the scenes for a lot of different things that people don't know. So it's time for us to tell our story and help inventors and help other people. I would love to bring manufacturing back to, America. I would love to do so many things. And I just want to help these inventors. You and I, when we met, dude, we were like this. We were like, boom, when we met. It was amazing. I met somebody like you. I couldn't believe it. And when we met,
it's so exciting. And once again, I'll toot your horn. I know when I was introduced to you that you were the king, and when I was introduced to you, you never came off that way. And
no, and you didn't either.
It's like we know we do the drill every day. Okay, if I turn the camera around and you look at this table, I went like this. This is a problem, guys.
We're very current with products. We have a lot of products.
This is just my kitchen table, my living room table. Okay.
Yeah.
This is not my building. That's 80,000 square feet and stuff to the ceiling. My ceiling was shit so much I can't even get in my office.
Right. All those samples are in your home.
It's like to me, it's exciting, and it's also, it's almost it's more rewarding to find that one than even the cat. I mean, although there's people that create these things if you work hard and you invent these things and you follow them through, you deserve to make money. Okay. But it's also fun to look at, especially with us, because you've had some big successes and I've had some big successes. And our dear friend Kevin Harrington has had some big successes. But
I love Kevin. He is the godfather of the infomercial. I love that guy. I respect that man very much.
The man. He's my hero and my mentor, and I love him dearly, and I'd do anything for him in the whole world. But what's cool is that he says it. He says, he blew Celsius up, and we're looking for the next one.
Right.
And the reality is, if all of a sudden Million Dollar Inventions finds one of you send us an idea and we say, hey, we like this, there's nobody, including everybody we just mentioned, that we can't bring this to.
Exactly.
Or that doesn't. I'm on the Big Brand Ventures team also.
Yep.
And my company, Mann Marketing, but I'm also an advisor for Million Dollar Inventions, and we've all played together for years. We all have always crossed over, and we've always had each other's back, and that's how we play. But the main point is Big Brand Ventures is going to find things that they're going to ask us to help on. We're going to find products that we're going to hand to them to assist with. Okay.
Yep.
So it's being in this neighborhood is a good neighborhood.
It's a great machine. It's a great community that we're building for inventors, people that have, products they have, the inventors they haven't thought of in years. And then there's a recession or there's, problems with money right now in the economy. And they go, hey, I want to go back to that idea. Yeah. It's only $149 with us, which is amazing to evaluate. And you and I evaluate their invention, product, service, or an idea. It can be anything. Bobby, I bought pillows off of Amazon once, and I said, geez, this is a great product. I made a commercial out of it. And then I went to the manufacturer of the pillow and said, hey, look at the commercial. It's very successful. It was called the Bright Light Pillows. And the guy was like, are you kidding me? And I said, no, take them off of Amazon. Let me sell them directly to the consumer. So he did. And we made a lot of money. And it was that simple. But it's thinking outside the box. It's you and I taking 10 different looks and 10 different angles of everything. And you know what?
And Rick, there's not, everyone of the great pitchmen right now are directly with us. The Mark Gills, the Tony Littles, the Jimmy Houstons, all the good pitchmen and there's numerous others that are all good friends of ours that work with us. And that's a story I'll tell you right now that blew my mind, was the 11-year-old girl that.
Yeah, tell that story. Tell that.
This little girl and her mom and I think it was her uncle. They drove from Texas all the way to Nashville and they entered into the Shark Retreat and Big Brand Ventures, and she became one of the 7 finalists. And it was funny because the first day that I got there, I walked in. We had a meeting all during the day with the elite and a great Navy SEAL, William Brown, who I became friends with, and I really, really like. And he has an amazing story. He wants to be more of a speaker, and so that's why he was there. But anyways, we that night we went to a little gathering, and I walked in and I had a BBV T-shirt on, and she was looking at me, this little girl, 11 years old. And I walked over to her and I said, are you an inventor? And she said, yes, I am.
Wow.
And I looked at her. I swear to God, Rick, I looked at her and I went, you're a star. I said, you're a little star. And her mom smiled and was like, I'm telling you, this girl's a star, right? I said, which product is yours? And she told me the lip gloss. And I had read with the top 7. I knew what they were. And I went, I'm thinking to myself in my head, why lip gloss is $1 million lip gloss? But she had done something unique and taken the alcohol out of it and putting some different types of oil, of essential oils in it, and came up with a very cool packaging. And so she got up to pitch. And there was 250 people there, and she got up to pitch 11. And the judges were Sharon, my friend Sharon, who's a powerful lady, and Kevin Harrington, and Brandon, and one other gentleman were the judges, and then there was 6 other people, and they were all between 30 and 50, and they had great products. One of them was an astronaut. Okay,
wow.
But when this little girl pitched, and when she stopped, that place sounded like the Super Bowl, and just when someone just got a touchdown, we were at the World War Theater, and it just roared. Right?
Wow!
And I brought tears to my eyes. I told her, I did 3 days earlier. I went, I know it's you, and it brought tears to my eyes. And then when they picked her, when she won. And Kevin gave her the big check, I went up to her mom and I just had tears in my eyes. I went to her mom and I said, I told you, I said, she's amazing. But the really coolest thing about her is she said, what I do with my money? She goes, I buy homes for the homeless.
Wow.
And she's already written a couple books. 11. And she invented this product, and she won the contest and got the 10 grand, and she got the standing ovation from 350 inventors and financial people. And I said, Mom, here's my card. Call me. We're going on QVC, Rick, if you're the pitch guy, bro, you know pitch, script, how to do all of that better than anyone in the world. Okay. If you got to hear this, I'll send it to you. You got to hear this. It will blow your mind.
Yeah, please do send it. Yeah.
It blew my mind. Okay. And they had driven all the way from Texas, 1,250 miles to get there. Wow. And it was like, she dropped to her knees. I just started crying. You know, it was like, it was a trip. It was a trip. And there was so many really cool people. And I'm meeting this kid on Thursday. I met him there. His name is Griffin. He doesn't have any vision, but he was just beautiful. And he came up to me. He goes, "Hey, are you Bobby Mann?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "You know, I've heard all about you, and I really want to go fishing with you." And I said, "Well, then you can go fishing with me whenever you want, buddy." So he's here. It's rough and cold out there, so I don't think we're going to fish, but I'm going to go to lunch with him on Thursday. He's he owns a company, he owns a foundation. They want to talk to me about it. He's a really cool guy. It was fun. It was enlightening, and that's what the same thing about with $1 Million Inventions, folks. We're friendly. You know, we're accessible. We're a good guy. We want to hear your story. We want to be friends with you. We want to look at your product. You know, we're not the bad guys. You know, we're not here to pull the wool over your eyes. Okay, we're going to tell you this is real. This isn't. You know, here's another cool product. These girls are really beautiful, but this product is amazing. Getting ready to bring this onto QVC. This is 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐜𝐫.
Yeah.
This one's gonna do really well. I like that one a lot.
Bobby, the one thing that I go back to with you, when I met you 12 years ago, the one common thing that you and I had together was that we were tired. We were talking about doing $1 Million Inventions 12 years ago. We got tired of people selling air and information that did not work. We got tired of seeing people spend a lot of money on their products, their inventions that did not make it to market. And that's what this is about. This is, $149. We'll actually look at your product when you submit it. You're going to come into our whole community. You have access to Bobby Mann, one of the greatest people in the business, getting products into stores on the internet, getting deals done, raising money. Then you've got me, who I've done $3 billion in sales. You've got all these different people. You come into $1 Million Inventions community. You're not just throwing $149 to us. That's your entrance fee.
You're saving money by finding out from us telling you the truth. Listen, we don't steal people's dreams. Okay?
You saw my ad. We did the heavy lifting for you.
People can ask you to sign NDAs. I don't care. We'll sign NDAs, whatever you want.
Sure.
We don't steal people's dreams. Okay?
We don't have time.
We don't have to because we have so many of our own.
Right.
All we want to do, be here to give you, a fair decision on whether you should move this product further or not.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's it. And once again, I'd have loved to have spent $149 about 300 times.
Saves a lot of money. Saves a lot of heartache. You get to deal with the professionals.
Because I didn't spend the 149. I spent 10, 15, 20, 30, 50, whatever. And at some point, if the product, is the product's right, once again, we can help you with every aspect of it.
Exactly. Bobby, I thank you so much for partnering with $1 Million Inventions. I thank you for everything.
Love it.
Dude, you're a legend, and I adore you. I always have, man. You and I have lived in Vermont together, Florida together, Massachusetts together. We've had so much fun throughout our lives. You've been there through all the serious points of my life. You were there when my dog had a heart attack and passed away at my feet, and you were there through my craziness when I wanted to get him wheels. And you're such a great friend to so many people. You really are. And I adore you. The inventors adore you. The invention world adores you. And that's the thing about us, $1 Million Inventions. We want to help inventors. We don't want to take your money. We want to be your partner. We want partners because the most expensive thing in this lifetime is somebody like you and I, our time. So we want to make them. We want to educate all the people in our community so they can do it for others and pass it on. And Bobby, I just adore you so much. Thank you so much for being a part of Million Dollar Inventions.
Love you, my brother.